Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Asyiva Natasya Rahmadian. I'm a psychology student at the University of Al-Azhar, Indonesia. In this video, I'm about to discuss one of the topics that are interest talks for teenagers, where this is discussed a lot on social media. The discussion this time is about Generation Z versus Generation Y or Millennial, where I will discuss about the differences and similarities between these two generations. But first, I'm about to inform you what a generation is. Generation is people who have a similarities in year of birth, age, location, and also historical experiences that have a significant influence on their growth phase. Generation is divided into 5 groups. There are baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, Generation Z, and last is Generation Alpha. But I will focus on discussing Generation Y and Generation Z. Generation Y is the generation born between 1980 until 1995. This generation is more known as the millennial generation. Generation Y uses a lot of instant communication technologies such as email, SMS, instant messaging, and others, because this generation is growing up in the booming internet era. Not only that, this generation is more open in political and economic views. Generation Z is the generation born between 1995 until 2010. This generation is usually called the Internet generation or I generation. This generation is further socially connected through cyberspace because since they were a child, they have been widely introduced by technology and are also familiar with smartphones. To begin with, between these two generations, there are rather significant differences. For instance, their view of the company. Millennial generation trusts the company more, particularly if the company can prove their social responsibility. Generation Z find it hard to trust the company, mainly when it comes to the use of their personal information, even though the company can prove their social responsibility. Now, the main difference between these two generations is in their character. Since millennial generation was raised during a booming economy, making this generation is more idealistic. Generation Z was born during a recession, so it makes this generation is pragmatic. What is more, Generation Z more control over information and technology than Generation Y, because this generation was born when technology has become a global culture. It makes information and technology is a part of their life. Despite the differences, the similarities between these two generations are relatively few. Generation Y and Generation Z both rely more on social media to look further at goods, products, and services. In addition, these two generations are both open to technology. It can be seen from the tendency to use existing technological advances to obtain information and also become a medium for communication. Those are some information and explanations that I can convey. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.